they've done has ever worked. If you swing and you miss on the QB, you know what? It's happened before. No standard is being jeopardized. The Lions have been rebuilding since 1957. What is the problem with people saying, well, you gotta do it like this. You gotta do it like this. Corey Woods, if I had to bet my house on it, the Lions are taking the number 2 overall pick out of Liberty, Malik Willis.
There it is, guys.
Corey Woods, if I had to bet my house on it, the Lions are taking the number 2 overall pick out of Liberty, Malik Willis.
There it is, guys. There's another, and look, before you jump out, I'll just save you guys, the finger exercises, right? This man is down in Allen Park as much as all the people you worship at their altar of. He's down there too, all right? He's at the same press conferences. He gets the same press releases and here's the deal too, like with all that business, everybody gets the releases at the same time. Everybody.
They do.
So,
everybody gets the same emails and releases at the same time.
There's no witchcraft to it.
It's just all about who can tweet it first.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's no witchcraft to all this. He's in the same circles. He's talking to the same people. Your thought. React easy.
Look. I don't want to go ahead and beat a dead horse on this. To me, it just makes the most sense. And before then, I was just like, you know what? They could take him. When I heard, I'm about to say when I saw. I mean, I actually heard both. I saw and heard him. When I heard Brad Holmes speak yesterday, that made me more convinced that, all right, Malik Willis is in play. I felt he was in play from the Senior Bowl. They spent a lot of time with him there. They were coaching him there. You heard Mark Brunell gush about him. You heard me say this before. They brought him in for a visit this week. Now, they also brought in Kenny Pickett, too, so we got to go ahead and put that out there. The Lions are doing their due diligence at number 2. They're not going to bring in 2 quarterbacks and do their due diligence if they're not going to look at a Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis, because here's the thing about it. They have the 2nd overall pick. In my opinion, do not believe that Malik Willis is going to slip out of the top 15. He's not going to slip out of the top 10 probably. So if you have the 2nd overall pick and you're doing your due diligence, it's like, okay, let's take one more hard look at this guy to see if this is the direction I think that they should, if this is the direction that we should go in. I believe it's the direction they should go in because of this reason. You don't know who your quarterback of the future is going to be right now. You don't know if you're going to be bringing back Jared Goff long term, which a lot of people are against. I'm a person that is not on. I want to see what he does this season before we even think about doing something like that. And then for the people who are saying, well, what about C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young
or
next
Spencer
year?
Raxter or those?
Yeah. Here's my thing about it.
That's the same. That's like saying the same thing.
To those people, I say this: if the Lions are in position to grab C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young because of their draft position of how they played, then you're questioning the rebuild. For the people that are saying, well, they have the draft capital to move up in next year and go get those guys. Well, wait a minute. If I'm one of those teams that can grab a Bryce Young or a C.J. Stroud, why in the bleep would I want to trade with the Detroit Lions and take their picks to get a quarterback that I want?
Exactly.
You do not know who any of these guys are. Everything is a risk. Next week, whoever they pick is a risk. The draft is a risk in general. So when you have a guy that is the one concern you can say you can have about Malik Willis is his height. You want to talk about his accuracy? 64%? Oh, 64, like something around 64% coming out of college. That's the same thing as Desmond Ridder at 32. And Malik Willis has higher upside. So why would you go and say, well, they can get him a Desmond Ridder at 32?
That's foolishness.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
When you got a better quarterback and that's potentially available to you, and that will be available to you at number 2. Also, too, and I said it before, Lamar Jackson threw 59% coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with the Baltimore Ravens? League MVP. Look like it's working out well. They still have questions about his arm accuracy, but how about him being a winner? Nobody questions whether Lamar Jackson's a winner.
And he was $2 million a year. You got a league MVP for $2 million a year.
Also this, Jared Goff, past couple of seasons, has shown that, he takes a hit, he can go down. something Lions fans are not used to because whatever you want to say about the guy, Stafford, he was tough as nails. If Jared Goff goes down, do you want to see Tim Boyle out there again?
TB12.
Do you want to see David Blau out there again?
Hell
or do
no.
you want to see a young, dynamic quarterback go out there and do his thing? If you swing and you miss on the QB, you know what? It's happened before. No standard is being jeopardized. No tradition is at stake. The Lions have been rebuilding since 1957. What is the problem with people saying, well, you got to do it like this. You got to do it like this. Nothing the Lions have done has ever worked. So how do all of you guys have the blueprint?
Hell yeah, Corey.
Show me the blueprint of this is how it's worked. Oh, they tried to bring in what the Patriot way. We saw that was a complete and utter cluster. You know what? I'm not going to get anybody in trouble. But
Cluster love.
I'm just of this mindset of, look, you, in this type of draft, go out and get the best talent. You don't know whether Aiden Hutchinson is going to be available to you. If he is available to you, go look at tape. Is Aiden Hutchinson night and day better than a Boye Mafe that could be to you at number 32? He's not night and day differently. I'll go out on a limb and say this. Boye Mafe is going to be the steal of the draft. And then there are going to be people like, well, why did the Lions go get this guy and draft Mafe at 32? You know how people like to have the revisionist history. And you know what? If I'm wrong, cool. You got the tape on me. I'm wrong. People have been wrong before. But right now, the Lions got to go out and go do something bold, do something differently, do something to excite the fans, do something where next year at Ford Field, the best thing in the arena, in the field, is not DJ Ray.
Okay.
One more thing, too, I want to debunk, too. The people who are saying you can draft the quarterback next year. You can trade up to draft the quarterback next year because you have to build your team first. So you want to trade away picks that help you build your team to take an unproven commodity. That shit makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Take the quarterback now. Don't trade your draft assets to do it, especially if you're going to trade assets to grab something, a pick or a quarterback. Do an unproven one like the Rams did with Matthew Stafford, like the Browns did with Deshaun Watson. And you could do that if you draft a rookie guy, it doesn't work out. Hey, you could make that trade at that point and go get you a veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, my other favorite thing too is because that's, I don't want to say it's the poster child for my Malik Willis argument, but it fits the reasoning and the logic as to why I've been on. Number one, guys, the quarterback thing is tried and true. That's why I could sit here on this microphone in September and say, yo, I know everybody says the quarterbacks suck and there's no first round worthy quarterbacks that'll be coming up through this year. It's never that way. It's because of contract values alone. It's never that way.
When's the last time the Lions won a playoff game? I mean, Lions fans are some entitled folks. I understand you people want to win, but Lamar Jackson has only won. Lamar Jackson's won MVP and he's won playoff games. Don't you want a playoff win here?
For $900,000.
Right. And the thing is, if you gotta pay the guy, that means he did well. They're gonna have to pay Lamar Jackson because he did well. And if it doesn't work out, you cut bait. You know what happened? You drafted a Joey Harrington. It didn't work out. What did you do? You cut bait. Teams swing and miss all the time in the draft. With the Detroit Pistons, you can say, hey, this is how we were great. With the Detroit Tigers, you can say, hey, this is what we did when we were great or when we were in World Series. The Detroit Red Wings, you know what? Anybody that's really trying to get too hard on them, they've had 2 decades of dominance. They drafted,
but see, you know what the common thread is? They drafted Hall of Famers. You know what the Tigers did in 1984? They drafted Hall of Famers. Like, it's no secret, man. Like, everybody wants to make this whole process more complicated than it is or make more of it than what it is. The bottom line is all these teams, with the exception of the Pistons, which, by the way, Joe Dumars, I'm talking about the 04 Pistons, the bad boys, they were mostly drafted, Hall of Famers drafted, and the 04 Pistons were put together by Joe Dumars, who everybody here booed out of town at the end. So
the guys that you want to, be long-term stays, to be these hometown favorites, you got to draft them. They don't grow on trees. You're not going out and getting them. So what do the Lions do? You go out and you go get and draft dynamic talent that will attract those free agents to want to come here. But these people that, again, I know you guys got to go do a quick break, but I got to add this last part in there. You go back and go watch some more Desmond Ridder tape. He's inconsistent. If you guys, for the guys that are saying get an edge rusher and get Ridder at 32, go look at his tape. Inconsistent accuracy. Throws balls too high, too low, receivers' feet behind them. The best thing about him is that he is solid in the pocket and knows when to escape and go out and scramble. Outside of that, the guy is terrible on short and intermediate throws, and he's just.
Whoa.
Hey, he's not a guy I would go with at 32. If you don't want to go quarterback at number 2 with Malik Willis, don't go quarterback at all.